Everyone thinks Google beat Yahoo because Google was smarter. That's wrong. Yahoo actually saw the future first and still lost everything. At one point, Yahoo didn't just compete on the internet, Yahoo was the internet. If you opened a browser in the late 1990s, there was a good chance Yahoo was your homepage. Not because someone told you to use it, but because there was nowhere else that made sense. News, email, finance, sports, weather, chat rooms, shopping, dating. Yahoo wasn't a website, it was the internet's control panel. So how does a company with that much power fade into irrelevance? Not through one bad decision, but through a series of reasonable ones. And that's what makes this story dangerous. Because Yahoo didn't fail loudly, they failed quietly, while doing what felt logical. In the early 90s, the internet was a mess. There were websites everywhere, but no structure. No clear way to find what you were looking for. No trusted starting point. Yahoo solved that problem by doing something deeply human. They organized the web by hand. Two Stanford students began categorizing websites like a library, arts, science, business, entertainment. You didn't type a question, you explored. And that sense of order felt magical. People trusted Yahoo because it felt curated, safe, human. By the late 1990s, Yahoo had something far more powerful than technology. They had habit. Millions of users started their day there. And once attention became routine, money followed. Advertising exploded. Yahoo's valuation skyrocketed. Wall Street loved them. But success creates blind spots. Yahoo learned a lesson early, and learned it too well. The longer people stayed on Yahoo, the more money Yahoo made. So staying became the goal. That single assumption shaped everything that followed. Yahoo didn't think of itself as a guide, they thought of themselves as a destination. The internet, to Yahoo, was a place people would hang out. So Yahoo built a digital city. Email to keep you logged in. News to keep you informed. Games to keep you entertained. Finance to keep you checking stocks. Chat rooms to keep you social. Everything was designed to reduce exits. Leaving Yahoo meant lost revenue. This way of thinking became known as the portal model. And for a while, it dominated the web. But underneath that success, a quiet shift was happening. People weren't browsing anymore, they were searching. Early search engines existed long before Google. Yahoo even had one. But search felt dangerous. Search answered questions quickly and then sent users away. From Yahoo's perspective, that was a problem. Search reduced page views, reduced ad impressions, reduced control. So Yahoo treated search as a utility, not as the heart of the internet. Then Google arrived, and it didn't look impressive. No headlines, no categories, no clutter, just a white screen and a box. To Yahoo executives, Google felt empty, unfinished, almost amateur. Why would users abandon a rich experience for something so narrow? But Google wasn't building a destination, they were building trust. Google believed something radical. If you help users leave faster, they'll come back more often. Yahoo didn't believe that. They believed loyalty came from containment. Google believed loyalty came from usefulness. That philosophical split mattered more than any feature. Google optimized relentlessly. Search results got faster, cleaner, more accurate. And every improvement reinforced trust. Yahoo, meanwhile, was distracted. They were managing media partnerships, selling banner ads, negotiating homepage placements. Search was important, but never sacred. At one point, Yahoo knew Google's search was superior. So they made a decision that felt practical. They outsourced search to Google. Think about how strange that is in hindsight. The most powerful internet company in the world outsourced the mechanism that defined the future of the internet. Why? Because search didn't fit Yahoo's identity. Yahoo thought of itself as a media company, a content company, an advertising platform. Search didn't tell stories. It didn't keep users entertained. Google didn't have that identity conflict. Search wasn't a feature, it was the company. Yahoo eventually realized the threat and tried to buy Google. The first offer was around $1 million. Google declined. Yahoo executives reportedly didn't push harder. After all, Google didn't look like a threat yet. Years later, Yahoo tried again. By then, Google was no longer a search engine, it was an ecosystem. And it was too late. But search wasn't the only future Yahoo brushed past. Yahoo encountered social media early too. They bought GeoCities, a precursor to modern social platforms. Millions of users, personal pages, communities. Yahoo didn't understand what they had. They treated it like content, not connection. Later, Yahoo passed on acquiring Facebook. They passed on YouTube. They hesitated, negotiated, delayed. Yahoo didn't lack access to the future. They lacked conviction. Inside Yahoo, something else was breaking down: leadership. Yahoo cycled through CEOs rapidly. Each one tried to redefine the company. One pushed Yahoo toward media dominance, another toward technology, another toward advertising. Strategies shifted before they could mature. Employees stopped knowing what mattered. Innovation slowed, not because of incompetence, but because clarity disappeared. Google didn't suffer from that. Their mission was painfully simple: organize the world's information. Everything aligned around that. Yahoo had reach. Google had focus. And in technology, focus compounds faster than reach. Yahoo's revenue model also locked them into the past. Display advertising rewarded attention, not intent. Google's ads rewarded relevance. If someone searched for buy laptop, that intent was incredibly valuable. Yahoo's homepage couldn't capture that moment. They sold eyeballs. Google sold intent. Intent always wins, because it scales with usefulness. Yahoo kept adding features. Google kept removing friction. Yahoo optimized for engagement time. Google optimized for answers. By the mid-2000s, the gap was obvious. Google wasn't just a better search engine, it was infrastructure. Yahoo tried to pivot, but pivots are hard when success shaped your instincts. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Yahoo didn't fail because they were slow. They failed because they were attached. Attached to the model that made them rich. Attached to the identity they understood. Attached to control. Human curation felt safer than algorithms. Portals felt safer than open search. Media deals felt safer than math. Google embraced uncertainty. Yahoo managed risk. And innovation doesn't reward caution. This isn't just a story about technology, it's a story about psychology. When something works, we protect it. When it stops working, we explain it away. When change threatens identity, we resist. Yahoo wasn't blind, they just couldn't let go. They had users, money, brand, talent, time. They saw the future. They just didn't believe it would replace them. And that belief cost them everything. Which leaves a question that has nothing to do with Yahoo. What are we building our lives around right now that only works because the world hasn't changed yet? Because the most dangerous failures don't come from ignorance. They come from success that lasts just long enough to make change feel unnecessary. Yahoo didn't lose the internet overnight. The internet moved on, quietly, while Yahoo stayed exactly where it was. And by the time they noticed, there was nothing left to catch up to. Because the future doesn't announce itself. And if you want more ideas like this, you know where to find us. Where ancient wisdom meets modern psychology. This is Cognitionary. It just stops waiting. If this made you question something you've always believed, stay curious.